I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong.
All right, guys, we're back. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in. And guys, we are now 3 days away. 3 days away from the biggest fight in the sport of boxing this year. Canelo Alvarez putting all of his titles on the line. The guy known as the face of boxing. He will be taking on the guy known as the pound-for-pound king, Terence Bud Crawford. This is a fight with huge implications. If Crawford wins this fight, he will become 3 times undisputed. If Canelo Alvarez wins this fight, he's top dog, in my opinion. He is top dog. I hear a lot of people saying Canelo shouldn't, won't get any credit for it. I think he should. If he wins this fight, he should get credit for it, because I think Crawford, he's just that great of a boxer, in my opinion. And if he can beat Crawford, I think he should get all the respect that he deserves, in my opinion. Let me say this. I did a prediction video yesterday. Some of you guys may have seen it. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to talk about it a little bit now. I said that I think Crawford wins the fight by unanimous decision, and I'm sticking with that. And I know some people think that is absolutely insane. Here you have a guy coming up from jumping up 2 weight classes to face a guy at 168. Canelo Alvarez has been fighting in that weight class, I think since 2018. I think he fought Rocky Fielding back then. So he's very acclimated to 168. You have a guy who's never fought at 168. And I said in that video that typically I would think it's crazy too. I don't think there's too many people who can beat Canelo Alvarez jumping up 2 weight classes. But I think if anyone could do it, it's Crawford. Because I'm a big fan of skill sets. And I think his skill set stands out from the rest. I think he's just that damn good. He is the one guy I think that could pull this off. And that's why I picked him. I picked him because I believe that skills pay the bills. I picked him because I believe that, size doesn't win fights. Weight doesn't win fights. I think skills win fights. And I think he is the more skilled of the 2 fighters, in my humble opinion. And I think that's going to catapult him into victory. And a lot of people, they don't want to hear that. I understand, people are, they get a little touchy about, who they're rooting for. I'm just using logic. That's how I pick based on that, what I've seen, some other different factors I bring into there, but that's how I pick who I think wins the fight. Sometime I'm right, sometime I'm wrong, but we're going to see. We're going to see come fight night, who wins this fight, who comes out on top. Now, let me say this. I can't remember what video it was I watched, but I heard someone say that, how does Crawford win this fight if he can't, knock out Canelo Alvarez? How's that possible? And I don't understand why people don't think it's possible, because we've seen people beat Canelo Alvarez without knocking him out. We've seen that twice. We've seen Floyd Mayweather do it, early in his career. And recently we saw Dimitri Bivol do it. And that's with a skill set, a better skill set. And that just takes me back to what I said earlier. Skills pay the bills. And that's proof, guys. Dimitri Bivol, not as experienced, beat Canelo Alvarez, not because he was bigger, because I know some people say that Canelo Alvarez fought a bigger fighter and that's why he lost. But Canelo Alvarez had already fought at 175. He beat Kovalev, and he was a bigger fighter, and he won the fight. So you can't say that he lost to Bivol because Bivol was a bigger fighter. He lost to Bivol because Bivol was more skilled. Bivol had more tools in his arsenal than Canelo Alvarez. And this is why I think that Crawford can do the same, even though he's a smaller fighter. Because I think that Crawford is more skilled than Bivol, in my opinion, and definitely more experienced. Crawford's been fighting, he's been boxing since the age of 7. He came up through the amateurs. He had once he turned professional, he didn't have an easy route. People were always doubting him, and he used that doubt as fuel to prove people wrong. And he's been proving people wrong time and time and time again. And in my heart, I feel this time is no different. I saw him at the Grand Arrivals yesterday, and everybody just started booing him, which is crazy to me. Here you are, you're in your country, and the crowd is booing you. And Canelo Alvarez, who's from Mexico, he's highly favored. But I think Crawford likes this. I think he likes being the underdog. I think he likes being the bad guy. I think that fuels him. And he said he's going to make you guys cry. You guys are going to cry when you go home when he puts on that boxing clinic. And I believe him. I believe he's going to put on a boxing clinic because I think he's just that more skilled than Canelo Alvarez. He's a switch hitter. He has better footwork, the better jab, the better boxing IQ. He's more creative in the ring than Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez doesn't know how to cut off the ring. He's a flat-footed fighter. He's a pressure fighter. He does have, good hand speed, great combinations he throws. He's a great counterpuncher and a wicked body puncher. But I think it's, I think overcoming that footwork and a superior jab is going to be a problem for him. I just feel like Crawford's just going to run circles around him in that fight. He's going to get his hands raised, in my opinion, by unanimous decision. I don't see him knocking Canelo out because Canelo, his chin is unbelievable. We've seen Canelo get hit with some bombs and he just kept going. But being outboxed, he can be outboxed. And I think Crawford is the guy to do that. We've seen it twice already. There's a blueprint there. I talked about the blueprint for beating Canelo. There's no blueprint to beat Crawford because he's undefeated. He's undefeated. But this is going to be a great fight. And, I'm still nervous. Even though I'm picking Crawford, I'm still nervous for him because Canelo Alvarez is a hell of a fighter. He's in that position for a reason. He's in that position for a reason. He's been pro since, 15? I think he started boxing around age 13. He's been there. He's seen it all. He's done it all. And this right here, this fight has huge implications for him. If he loses this fight, this could damage his legacy. So you can bet your ass he's going to be as prepared as he can for this fight. He doesn't want to lose this fight. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I'm excited. I should be. I'm headed out to Vegas tonight, guys. I got to get finished packing here because I've been procrastinating. But you guys, let me know what you think about this fight. Who do you have? Will there be a knockout? Are you in agreement with me? Do you agree with what I had to say? You guys let me know about it in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.